Three, two, one. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the TOC podcast. I want to thank all my friends, family, supporters, and veterans out there. I salute you. Also, remember, guys, to help the channel, please subscribe. And if you get a chance, please get that rocket, put the charge on it, push it down the barrel of that RPG-7, pull back the hammer, and blow up that like button. That like button will really appreciate it. Today we have a very, very interesting guest, a Ukrainian man. His name is Valery. He fought from the beginning of the invasion, and he's still doing some cool guy stuff today. So we're going to give him the opportunity to tell his story. So Valery, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, hello. Nice to meet you.
So Valery, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, some background information, and who you were before the war?
So previously I was just a simple civilian who works in IT company, also working with own club with friends, and also making music production, DJing in Ukraine. That's what I have do.
So you're a DJ. What type of music did you jockey?
It depends on which party we have. But mostly it's electro, techno, and breakbeat, I think. Yeah.
Cool. And did you do that often? Like, were you pretty much playing every weekend?
Before full-scale war, yeah. I'm like have a gig, maybe one gig in 1 week, maybe, or like 3 gigs in 1 month. Not too much, but not so less.
Cool. So, Valery, I'm sorry, continue.
But right now, for sure, not too much gigs. Just only when I have some weekend in Kiev, maybe. It's like one time in 5 months happening.
So you still play every once in a while?
Yeah, sometimes for sure. I'm coming for rest and for communication with my friends. It's a best place, like to call all friends. Hey guys, I'm in Kiev. Let's see in the club, and too many friends coming. It's like, and for sure for music relaxation. For me, important to play like. For me, just important to play.
Cool. So I have a question. There's a lot of people out there who might say, there's a war in Ukraine. Why are people partying? Why are people still doing this kind of stuff? Like, what do you have to say to people who think like that?
So, as military guy, I can tell that my work totally, my vision of work, it's like I'm here for best place somewhere in other cities of Ukraine. Like for my friends, they must be relaxed. Also, I need to have a city and home when I can come and feeling more relaxing and easy. Not like I feeling on the front line. So I think a lot of guys must understand that for Ukrainian music culture or cinema or something other, it's a really important part because it's our cultural thing, and we need to save Ukrainian culture and Ukrainian people. That's why we're working on front line.
Well said. And Valery, when the full-scale invasion happened, were you surprised by this?
Yeah, I was surprised because I was more like child brain, maybe. I know that in our country already we have war 10 years in Donbass and other areas. But when I was in Kharkiv and when rockets started launching behind our houses, I like change my brain and understand what's happening. So yeah, I was surprised so much.
as we would say, it's like war made a lot of people here mature and grow up quickly. So you're from Kharkiv? That's like your home city?
No, no, no. I'm from Kiev, but I'm arrived to Kharkiv to my friends after a festival. I have some traditional things that after party, I'm coming to my friends from other cities and like chilling with them one day, and then I back to Kiev. And this time was the same. I'm coming to my friends, and next morning my friend wake up me and tell me that the full-scale war began.
And when the full-scale invasion happened, did you like bear witness to Russian missiles or like the attack, the initial attack?
Can you repeat this
Like
question?
when the war first started, did you see like Russian missiles come flying into your city? Like, did you actually?
Yeah. Yes, for sure. We have local battles also, not just rockets. Also local battles between soldiers under our house. We have few cars of Russian come to yard of our building, and our Ukrainian army coming to fighting with them, and they like destroyed Russian cars. So yeah, it was so closely. And for sure, a lot of rockets was launched because I live near Saltivka, which was so under hard attack from Russians.
And how did you join the army? Like, how did you go about that?
A few days I was in Kharkiv. Then I started think, okay, I need to help guys in army. Also, I need to save my country. What I will do next? So I'm starting driving to Kiev to bring my family to other country for safety place. Then when there was in Poland, I'm going to sign a contract as supper unit and working and starting working.
So when you signed up, did they send you to like basic combat training, or did you go like straight to the front?
Didn't understand. Sorry for my English.
So when you first joined the army, did they send you to like
Yeah.
training for a few weeks, or did you
Yeah,
just?
we have maybe few days of training local, like on the base, like theory and other things. Then we're going to for 1-2 days to polygon, just for testing some mines and other explosive
I want to
things.
I want to
And
just
maybe
tell.
on 6.
Sorry, I just wanted to tell the audience what the polygon means. Can you explain what a polygon is?
Yeah. It's a special place, safe place for civilians. Like we're working only military guys. We're testing our weapons there without any damage for others. It's like a safe place for testing all weapons. I'm just working with hands to maybe like make TM62 working with like this one. MON 100. I mean, this means.
Yeah, you
Mines.
deal with explosives. You're like combat engineer for explosives, essentially.
Yes,
Sapper.
yes. Like stopping tanks, like preparing some breach with explosive if Russians will come on the bridge, so we can like make a big boom.
So after this training, where did they send you?
We starting work in Irpin, maybe like for 10 days, maybe 10 days we're working in Irpin and in some local things in Kiev. But then we relocated to Kharkiv region, and I'm back into Kharkiv for continue work.
So were you in the battle for Kiev?
Yes.
And I know that there was a lot of media coverage about Russian war crimes, but a lot of people
Mhm.
have seemed to kind of like forget exactly what the Russians were doing. Could you just let the viewers like understand what the Russians were doing to your people?
They are killing a lot of civilians, also destroying uh, a lot of buildings. Also, they um, take a lot of cars of our people, like steal car, steal money, gold. Also, um, they do bad things with our women's, children's, and as you know, in European was a lot of we have lost a lot of good people, like in European.
Yeah, Russians are terrorists, they're criminals, and this history is going to bring to light a lot of the stuff that the Russians did, that's for sure. So
Yeah.
when you went to Kharkiv, was this around the time when you guys did that giant offensive and reclaimed a lot of the province?
Um, didn't understand the question.
I remember in Kharkiv in 2022 there was a giant offensive where you guys
Yes.
took back a lot of villages. Were you part of that?
Yeah, yes, for sure. But we're working like closely to Belgrade in villages like Ruska Lazava and all other villages to border with Russia, to border with Belgrade district. So yeah, we're like working all the time on this way. The main role was make um, positions for our guys more safety. To look, have we any mines on position or we didn't have. If we have mine, I'm like demining all these things, and also I'm make more safety positions of our soldiers. Like I'm input our mines with the electric explosion for make close the ways for coming Russians.
And there's a lot of mines out there, right?
Yeah, so many. We have a lot of guys who lost their legs or somebody hand.
Have you seen this personally? Like, have you witnessed this with your own eyes?
Uh, the first one was crazy thing. We have a guy who teaches us. He was like professional sapper. He's fighting from 2014. He was in airport of Donbass. His name's Max Sherlock, and he was so professional. And he trying to demining OZM 72. It's like jump mine. He trying to demining it, but under this mine was one more mine, and it was big explosion. The guy.
Yeah, that's terrible. What what acts of heroism have you seen out there? Like, what was some things you remember more than others about heroes or anything like that?
For first, I see them every day, every time. I see what guys do, how they working. But some special things of heroism I saw in my commander of supper unit. We have a mission like close the road with mines, and we have position like maybe 150 meters to Russians. only like 1 second. I think how to write. Say we have a forest, and we need that the Russian camp came, and this in my command he take off his helmet, his also ammo, everything he left, and he like in total silence he coming to input mines like maybe in 15 meters from Russians. In total silence he going put it and then back, but risks was so big because we have a lot of Russians on that way, but everything was good. He like not fear, I will do it, no problem, and he make it.
Wow. Yeah, that's inspirational for sure. There's not a lot of guys who have the balls to do that.
Yeah, totally, yes. Because without helmet and other say helmet like fuses, you can put your head down.
Mm-hmm. What was life like on the front? Could you take us through just an average day?
Yeah, for sure. We have like 50-50, like 50 of rest time and 50 of work time. Like you can be 2 days on the base, like sleeping, take a shower, some normal food, some local missions maybe. And after these 2 days of relaxing and rest, we're going for work on 2 days and hard work in 2 days. And this working like typical job, but with more risks a little bit. But it's the same work. 2 days at home, 2 days on the front line, you fighting, and then you back.
Are you shot at a lot while you do this work?
What?
Do they shoot at you a lot while you're doing this work?
On previously position, yes. Right now, not too much because my current work is more about a little other thing. It's not like shooting. It's just flying drones. You know, I'm staying like maybe 1.5 kilometers or 2 kilometers, so it's more safety.
And like, how is the artillery on the front line? Is it constant?
Oh, artillery! It's our biggest problem because they're so often looking for pilots of drones and trying to destroy. A lot of artillery from Russian side, they can shooting like 24 hours in 7 days. Also, a big problem now it's cab from airplane, Russian cab. I think you know about.
So that's like a glide bomb from airplanes?
Yes. And also it can be 500 kilograms bomb. It can be 1,500 kilograms. And last day I saw 3,000 kilograms bomb from airplane.
I have a question. Can you tell us a story maybe like about some time where you came close to being wounded or killed by Russians?
We have from last one, we have maybe 8 months ago position like 500 maybe meters, maybe 700 meters from Russians, and we have a special blindage where we're working. We're coming to this place only in night, and near our position was Russian position. Then our group coming to destroy them. They kicked them out, from position, a lot of killed Russians, and we came to this position working. And a lot of time, this Russian just smelling around us. It looks like this one.
What's the longest you've spent on the front line, like straight?
6 days. 6 days without any rest. I was like 24 hours on the position, and we working like 6 days. It was so hard. Was in Bakhmut last year.
Can you tell us about the Battle of Bakhmut?
Oh, it was so crazy. The biggest problem, like every location have some specific. On some location, Russians have more artillery. On other location, Russian using more air bombs. In Bakhmut, it was like many artillery and tanks, a lot of Wagners, like zombie apocalypse. They coming, you destroying them. After 20 minutes, they again coming, and it's non-stop. You working. My work was correction of our artillery, so it was like really zombie shooter, because they have a lot of people and a lot of techniques. They are coming, we're destroying. They are coming, we're again destroying. So it was so hard, and for sure a lot of guys lost their lives on that place.
How many months were you in Bakhmut?
Like 6-7 months, something like that.
And did you stay like in wood lines, or did you stay like in village houses or homes?
No. It's like also 50 on 50. For sure, on the front line, we're living in forests. But when I'm not in work, in forest, we have a position. But when we have rest time, we go into our base, which located more far away than position, and we can relax at the normal building.
So you didn't take part of like any of the fighting inside the city of Bakhmut, like from apartment buildings or anything like that?
We're flying from night from a build which have 9 levels, because drone need a very good connection. So we're working from last levels. Input our like Starlink on the roof, but it was destroyed in 45 minutes because artillery is starting shooting. So we're fighting like from buildings and flying. It's more we're flying from buildings.
So do the Russians do they have some kind of special equipment that just tells them instantly like where electronics are coming from?
Some very special, no. I just saw everything what we know from all books and from Russians. I have read some their stuff, but something special, no. I saw special guys of Russian who was like special forces of Russia, I think, because they working too much professional.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very professional force guys can destroy the full street. They just came to building, clear the buildings, then they go to other building, also cleaning the building, and it was like 2 weeks. We can't shoot them, but then we catch them for sure.
Good. Do you have any stories of heroes from the Battle of Bakhmut, kind of like you talked about here?
Yes. We have a situation like in more closely to position of Russians. We have wounded guys, and also like 300 we're talking. Some guys had lost his leg. Other guy was something with eyes, and nobody didn't want to came from other side because it's like suicidal mission. But two guys, they are medics working in tactical medicine. They find just a driver for MTLB, jumping in MTLB, and then very fastly going to position of Russians to take the guy. And they did it. They take them and back under shooting of Grad, TOS 1, and other shit. And they're back. Everything was good. It was really heroical for me.
Wow, that's inspirational.
Like, guys haven't any fear.
And what do you fear? Like, do you have any fears? Do you fear being captured or killed?
I'm really fear, like, for sure, I can be killed. It's still with me because I have a lot of things for future. But if take the weapons, previously I was scared artillery because I'm like a soldier. I can't do anything with artillery when it's shooting to you. I'm just sitting and waiting if it will be good or not. But now more fear, it's airplane bombs, which is a very active shooting to us. It's so scary thing, but normal. We continue working. It's okay.
And after the Battle of Bakhmut, where did you guys go from there?
Then we relocated to Kupiansk. We're fighting near Kupiansk in some villages.
And are you guys getting close to the enemy, like small arms fire?
Oh, we have a very, very hard position because we are after Bakhmut. Also lost a lot of guys, and then we continue to work, and we go into the place of our position. It's like a small part, and from three sides we have Russians. We have on the front side, on the left side, and the right side Russians. So my position was like 1.3 kilometers, but guys with like machine gun and other things, it was like also 100 meters. Also Russians too often coming to position, killing our guys. Then we again back our position to us, and it was so hard. And we have a lot of losses in that period. So yeah,
Wow.
It was crazy.
And this is all, you're still just doing sapper work, or do they have you doing infantry stuff as well?
No. Now I am working with drone unit stuff. Everything what flying. Not big planes, but some interesting things we have.
And do you do like FPVs?
Yeah, FPV. We're starting from FPVs, but now we're more working with airplanes and bigger bombers. But also we have FPV unit. I also work it as FPV pilot. So yeah.
Oh, wow. And what is the current situation when it comes to morale? Are the guys getting vacation leaves? Are people growing tired of the war?
On the war you have three periods. First period is like, oh, I'm going to war. If you agreed that you're going to war, so you think it okay. I will kick them off from my land. Everything will be good, cool. But then when you see reality of the front line, you can be so sad. Somebody can have panic attacks. But on the third level period, you like starting to be a robot. You just do your work. You understand for what you do. This one. So all my guys like working like robots right now. And for sure, we have some vacations. We can see family sometimes. Not so often. It's really not often. But we have like this one.
You know, there's a lot of news coverage back in the United States and on social media about a lot of Ukrainian men don't want to fight. They don't
Yeah,
want to get
yeah.
involved. Is that really a problem? And like, what could you guys do to stop this?
From our side, like soldiers, we can just talk. We can't do anything because we always on the front line. Our group haven't any rotation. We only hard working. And about these guys who didn't want come to army, it's so sad because they didn't understand that that all shit just begun. It's not finished. War is continue, and we can have a really sad situation in future if they will not change their minds.
I think that's why a lot of people even say, "Oh, why are people still partying?" You know, while this war is going on, you know, instead of fighting. You know, what? How do you feel about that?
Mm, okay, so I can, for example, show you like on my personal. I am fighting, and I wanna come to Kiev to have somewhere relaxed time. It's for me bar, restaurant, maybe club, for sure girlfriend, and I wanna come to this place for make my brain more patient, more relaxing. So I think it's very important that we have the clubs. I know my friends also going to clubs, to bars and other things because you need this decompression for your brain.
Absolutely. And, you know, we see a lot of footage of basically it's mobilization police. You guys call it TOC. We see a
Oh
lot of
yes,
videos of them like grabbing men off the street or going on
yes.
buses and taking people. What do you think about that? Is that right or?
No, it's I'm don't supporting these methods. It's not correct um, because I think it's problem from two sides. It's problem from government side and from our civilian guys side. Because government, everybody tell that everything okay, everything cool, but not cool. As you see, war continues. Russian continue to occupy our territories, and for sure, guys, others who didn't know how is war working, they're scary, and they are always running from military mobilization, guys. And for sure, it's a big mistake of government and guys who didn't want to go to war.
Because, you know, those guys aren't motivated. They probably cause trouble once they get to their unit.
Yeah, for this civilian guys problem, like, oh, we haven't light in our city for 4 hours. Ah, yeah, yeah, we have a problem. No, guys, it's not problem. Problem is that soon all your light can be provided from Russians, and we need to stop it.
How long do you think this war is going to last?
This question I have in my head, maybe from beginning of full scale invasion. I haven't answered on this question, but I think long. It will be really long.
Also, there's some people in the United States who think that Ukraine is losing this war. What do you have to say to people who think that?
Um, in strategical things, maybe yes, because we're still losing our territories. We still haven't. We still have rocket launches, but I see how our guys work, and nobody planned to stop his missions. We are fighting till the end, and for sure, everybody hoping and believing that we win.
And is it realistic to like think the Russians really could take over Kiev and win the war, or is that never going to happen?
Oh, risks. We have risks always. I can't tell you about future or everything will be good. I don't know. I hope and believe on it, but who know Putin's? Who know what he have in his head? Risks we have, but now it's very, very minimum risks because a lot of our guys defending and our borders and trying to take off frontline more back.
What do you think the allies, like the countries from European Union and the United States, NATO, what do you think these guys can do like to help Ukraine more effectively?
For first, I'm really thankful to all people of United States, Europe, and all other countries and regions who are supporting us. Because without this support, who knows what can be right now. But as I see, we as always need more weapons. We need more support because problems still didn't solve it. I think like Russia, it's like a big problem for the whole Earth, and we need to make some big mission between all our countries for stop Putin.
And are weapons like HIMARS, javelins, Abrams tanks, Bradley fighting vehicles, F-16s, are these weapons that are going to actually turn the tide of the war? Are they effective against the Russians?
100%. It's so effective. It's really helped us too much. I saw how our HIMARS working, and it's very effective. We so much waiting for F-16 because it's make situation on the front line very easier, and we can't normally destroy Russian positions without airplane support. We have our planes for sure, but not too many. And for sure we need more planes, more javelins and other things. Javelins is a very perfect weapon.
I have another question. There are people out there who kind of give Russia the benefit of doubt. For an example, the other day the Russians bombed a children's hospital in Kiev.
Yes.
There's people out there who think that Russia doesn't do this type of stuff on purpose. It's just collateral damage. Do you think the Russians actually target civilians on purpose?
Hard question, but I'm sure that for them it doesn't matter which building to destroy. I'm sure in this one on 100%. About situation with hospital for children's, I don't know, but looks like they're really trying to shoot the hospital because trajectory of rocket was directly to hospital.
And are you guys like scared when you hear stories about Ukrainians who surrendered and are barbarically butchered? Do you guys like fear now surrendering? Like what do you feel about that, about them executing soldiers who surrender?
We have a lot of hate to Russian, and we're trying to convert our hate to do our mission and our work done.
But you guys don't necessarily mistreat Russian prisoners, like, or does that happen sometimes?
Previously in Kharkiv region, we have Russian prison, like prisoners and other, and we give them to other structure who working with them. But for now, no, we haven't. Like, it's work of our guys.
Mm-hmm. So I want to give you the opportunity now to, basically say whatever message you have for people out there, our audience. Like, this is your time to tell them whatever you want.
I want to say just we Ukrainians very kind and super friendly country. We're opening to all friends. We love everybody who also respect us. We just need a normal life. Please support us. Don't forget that Russia is evil. They are trying to destroy us, destroy our culture, destroy our children's, women's, everything. Work with Ukraine. So we just need to live. We need to have a normal life. I want a family. I wanna go to ocean, beach, just swimming, some normal life, not war. And now I can stop this one. I am fighting, stopping for sure, but I can finishing this one. And I hope that all countries will support and we will stop it together. And thank you so much, everybody, for support.
And Valerie, I want to personally thank you for your service and what you're doing. It really is truly inspirational. You are, like, indeed the example that a lot of men in Ukraine should follow. And, it's people like you that are keeping all the people safe in Ukraine. And I just want to, again, thank you for your service and thank you for your time. Guys, if anybody wants to reach out to Valerie, I'm going to include his social media links. You guys can get a hold of him, maybe help him out with donations. Also, I want to remind everyone that we have new TOC t-shirts coming out, and you guys can order them through Instagram and direct messaging. And I want to remind everyone, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. We really want to get this message and this stories out there to as many people as possible. What we're doing here is very important, and I want to thank you again, Valerie.
Thank you so much, too. Thank you for the invitation.
All right, guys. That concludes today's episode. Remember, stay safe. Tell the ones that you love them, and Krusader out.